Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays Slay the Spire, where we dutifully continue trying to get some victories. It's a struggle. I will not leave this game. It's Solemn Vow 2.0. We're gonna get 820 wins. That's all. There's only two bones about it. That's not how that expression goes, depending on who you ask. It's gonna take us a bit. The Silent is the biggest uphill battle of all. It's a character I've never beaten Ascension 20 with. Not even off camera. Give me a deflect. You know what? Give me a calculated gamble. It might enable an early sneaky strike. Remove transform upgrade. As much as I like the upgraded... we don't have a choice now. As much as I have... what I was going to say is, as much as I enjoy the upgraded... calculated gamble and neutralize. I think I would have gone for transform on a strike there if I could go back, but that's what you get. Ooh, when you let your heart win, whoa, that's right. I know songs from Rock Band, including ones by Paramore. The Shovel, interesting. Unlikely for us to be able to make it work, but interesting. I forgot you had 1 HP. I was like, dude, how are we going to handle this? Thank you for not being enemies, and thank you for giving me Toxic Egg extremely early. That's an outrageously useful get. You probably don't need me to tell you that. We're 4 relics up. Well, 3 relics up, really. Early on, which I think is, you know, insanely positive. Yo. Yikes, dude. That regret is why I'm going to play 2 defense instead of a leg sweep. Although weakness is great. I actually meant to grab calculated gamble. We're still pretty likely to get, yeah, Survivor and Neutralize. So, but I wanted to get 2 cards out of our hand instead of just 1. Only saves us 1 HP, but I would say, you know, still worth it. So give me Tactician. We're not necessarily... I'll give you the Dex Potion for another relic. I don't know if our odds are great of being able to construct... Oh my lord. Not that Sundial is that good either, but... I don't know if our odds are that great of being able to construct, you know, what I would term a discard-heavy deck, but, you know, we might as well give it a try. So we definitely want this. I think we definitely want that. Then we can calculate a gamble. We get the energy refund. Quick slash. Just play 1 of those. That's kind of like the perfect turn. For us, at least with this deck. We also got rid of the curse, which is pretty useful in there as well. So, this will break you. I don't really want to be weakened, but... we're definitely going to do more than 1 damage to you. I think we're just going to do 12 damage to you instead of trying to use the calculated gamble. Because the calculated gamble ran the risk of not giving us stuff that I would consider very useful. This is a pretty terrible fight for us. It's not lost on me that it's also the first fight in which we've actually had to attack. It's not necessarily a wonderful sign that the first chance we have to, you know, fight real enemies, this is how it turns out, but it is what it is, man. We definitely, I think this illuminates something. You know, there's actionable criticism for this deck right now. We need, yo, give me a discard engine, you cowards. We need a big attack. It might seem like defense is our problem, and in a broad sense, it might be, to be honest, but I really think the lack of a big attack that can kill these enemies in a decent time span is what's leading us to take a bunch of damage, by and large. So I'll take a Riddle with Holes in the interest of helping us out. I will pay 7 HP to remove the curse, and then we'll immediately rest, even though we could also dig. Yeah, I stand by that. I am going to choose not to fight the elite. Normally, oh my god. Normally, I would probably go for it. I mean, what are we hoping to draw? There's no good... I mean, we'd be hoping to draw Survivor Tactician. You know what? Let's give it a try. We could Survivor, and that's it. Survivor, at least, is our best block, so I'll take it. But, dude, this is it's a problem. That's for sure. No AoE here is a real issue. Okay, still no discard engine. 11 block, you got 16 damage. Alright. It's not like we got anything working for us, you know, in terms of doing cumulative damage, but... Or AoE damage, shall we say. He lived because I'm weak. That was a miscalculation, but also, dude, times are tough. Okay. We probably want to leg sweep. And then I think we'll calculate a gamble. We can only attack twice. Life is pain. We're only taking 2 damage, but we're definitely missing out on... I mean, basically everything. The only thing we're rich on are relics that are not doing a whole heck of a lot for us right now. It's kind of an insulting thing to say, but... Say what you mean what you say, brother. That's all I can say right now. Okay, we could have attacked, and then we might have been able to actually get there. But it didn't make much of a difference. You know what? I'm gonna throw some more discard enablers in here. I actually feel like fighting a single target is not that bad for us right now. So, like, this is perfect. And I really, you know, looking at this deck, I feel like when it works really well. The problem is it's not working as often as I'd like. But you can sort of see the principle of what I got going on here. You know, get value from discards and, I mean, try not to die on the boss would also be a big one. Which is actually why I think I'm going to take Dagger Throw. Just to increase our chances of being able to beat the boss. By getting the discard value. Now, trust me, I'm not a huge fan of... I think we should try. And I love it already. I'm not a huge fan of resting twice on the first floor. That's a pretty bad sign. But I think, you know, you got to play the run that you've been given. Let's go for the draw 2 discard. I could vulnerable and hit you with Riddle with Holes to probably stop this, but I'm going to do it just in case. I think the next step for sure would be like if we could add a well-laid plans so we could hold discard enablers. Until we actually got value out of them, that might work for us. But it's a touchy subject, no doubt about that. Like, we could hold that Tactician until we get something functional for it, you know what I mean? Okay, you're doing 20 damage. Dude, this is what we want to see. Anytime you can do 9 damage and get an energy refund out of it, or I guess technically 2 energy refunded out of it, it's a very good start. So you want to hit him with something like that. All right. We do still, in my estimation, we kind of lack the killing power required to get to him. So something like that is very much in order. And then I'm just looking. You know what? Why not draw these 2 strikes? Or this 1 strike. Just to try to get us to better gas on the next turn. It's not like we actually like Tactician. Let's be real. Or sorry, it's not like we actually like Strike. You know, as good as it is. Yo, that was close. In this unique context of flipping them over, for the most part, we want to, you know, just get a better attack if one is able to exist at least. So draw 2. Dump a basic. Dump the quick slash as well. We need the blocks. Go 14. I don't like our odds of drawing something that would enable a better attack, so This is a big one. I really think we've got the odds, we've got the parameters of the run working out in our favor. Let's put it that way. Well, should have thought about the card situation there a little bit more. But it's not getting any easier. You know, there's some good cards left in there. I feel like a calculated gamble is in order. And I'm a big enough man to admit that in that case, it did not work out. I was probably what you would describe as incorrect there. And I will suffer greatly as a result here. Luckily, we can still break them. Let's see if we can get some useful stuff. Not really. I still think we can win. Being weak is not that bad here. Being vulnerable sucks a little bit more, but I'll tell you one thing. I'm very, very glad this will work. I'm very, very glad I popped the Dex potion. I mean, we could be in a world of hurt if we had not done that. Well, I mean, pretty obvious what we're going to dump. And we have to live. So, I don't even know if you play Neutralize, because he's not going to attack next turn. You probably play Riddle with Holes. And then... It's actually pretty okay that we're only taking 5, but we really need to get in there. I mean, we're not going to do 40 damage to him next turn. So I think the weakness in this case is probably worth more. We need to find a way to live. So being able to only take 3 damage, quote unquote only, is about as good as it's going to get there. Just do this first, see what you draw. Okay, realistically, I think we live next turn, which means we probably win. He is doing 28 damage, but... This is such a tough one. We got a strike left in there. We're weak. So we can't kill you. So we should keep blocks. You're doing 20 damage. We're living. We know if we play this, we're drawing a strike, so don't even play it. We had to know what that last card was in order to make a reasonable choice there. I don't know. We still could die, depending on how this last turn goes. We only have to do 10 damage. That should be extremely workable. I don't know. I feel like this deck is not as bad as it looks right now. This is a tough one for me. I don't know whether you like Malaise or Adrenaline. I mean, Malaise is really good. I think we could do Malaise here. Adrenaline is kind of like full stop, always good, but... and, you know, I think we could always use the extra energy. So, you know, this is a pretty weak start by Slay the Spire standards, but... We did make it through the first floor, which is better than runs have gone in the past. Sadly. I think we want to go this path. We have to fight unelites. We might as well maximize question marks. I think we have to fight an elite anyway. So I had a pretty good setup here. First off, you're doing 6 damage. That's cute. I think you should do 0. Yeah, you're going to do 0 because you're still 2 strength down. So this is pretty much exactly what I wanted. Then we're going to... Let's just neutralize this guy. That's my 2 cents. Are we going to need to defend? Yes. But you're going to dump Tactician either way, obviously. You're going to weaken that guy. He's doing 6 damage. So we are still going to take a little damage. I actually think... Let's get this guy worked on as well. That's 21 poison damage over several turns. We're trying to ice you. So Quick Slash is like the easy play. You're still not going to be a threat. I don't really care about weakening you with Leg Sweep. I think Leg Sweep's a little too expensive here. So let's try like a 1. We're just fishing for Riddle with Holes. Didn't get it, but... At least put out some extra damage there, even if it was halved. Plus, Riddle with Holes will get you here. You're still doing 0, so... This could draw anything. Oh, this is gorgeous. This maybe is the perfect encounter for this deck. I'm not saying we have the best deck ever created, but I think for once, this deck is finally getting a chance to show that it's not pure garbage. And that's inspiring for me, because it wasn't really looking like that for a while. Sorry, we wasted the Sundial charge. I don't think Piercing Whale has a place here. All we want here is no combat, by the way. I think the heal is nice. Maybe we could loot. For 75 gold, I will remove a card from my deck. I'll start removing some strikes just to hopefully make it a little stronger. Remember, on the last floor, we didn't get to upgrade at all. Boo, hiss, etc., etc. 19 damage. So, that's good. Then, we were really hoping for Tactician. Some cards that would be huge here, Well-Laid Plans, Sneaky Strike. Obviously anything with like a discard theme is pretty nice here. I think we'll do it like this. I don't know if Malaise... It might be a weird play considering these guys aren't going to hang around too long, but... As you are already weak, we will dump the Neutralize. Realistically, I probably will not be able to kill... both of you. I mean, look at how much HP. There's no way we're killing this guy. I think you just accept that, you know, at the end of the day, this fight actually went relatively well. Tactician? Tactician? We tried. See, I don't know, maybe we built a deck for once that's terrible on the first floor, but kind of, it hangs on the second floor. It's a tough one. I think we gotta take Skewer. We could use a little bit more offense, honestly, and specifically offense geared towards like this exact setup. You know, we can get a bunch of energy and then output, you know, 50 damage or close to it. So, 50, you have to go first. And I think we'll just lower your strength by 1. It's so minor, but we're never going to play that card again, in all likelihood. So, let's keep you weak. I can hit you for 7. This seems like a fight in which we will take damage. Do keep in mind, we can pop a Ghost in a Jar. I don't like any of these, so honestly, let's try to get some synergies going here. This is striking me as a real Ghost in the Jar sort of situation. Honestly, 15 damage versus 14 damage to avoid taking any is a pretty easy call for me. So we're going to do this. We're going to avoid taking 2 damage unless 7 times 5, 35. You'll have 3 HP. 7 times 4, 28. You'll have 10. Okay, never mind. We are going to take 2 damage. It's in the interest of making sure that you're very easily killed next turn. Discards, please. We got a discard. That's good stuff. Dump this. We probably don't need the defends because we have too many already. I think I'm going to do it like this, just to make sure you stay weak. And I mean, apparently not going to be a problem. Again, this fight, dude, it's pretty good. This fight has gone relatively well. Hoping to draw a little stronger than that, but you know, 3 strikes on the next turn or anything similar will do it. Still hanging in there. Yeah, I think we can make a heal hook work. And I'm going to rest, and that's going to annoy people. You know, how are you supposed to get ahead if you always rest? Well, I'm hoping Toxic Egg is going to shoulder a little bit of the blow there. We could have weakened the other enemy and maybe taken 0, but this guy scares me so much more that I'm not worried about this at all. Frailty's real bad, I'll tell you that, full stop. I wanted to rest again, not just for this, but because of the elite fight coming up. Anyway, Malaise is pretty useful here. if I could, you know, just Survivor Malaise. We do take 1 damage. I don't know what I was hoping for at 0 now that I think about it, but this guy shouldn't be much of a problem anymore. At least from a damage standpoint. It might take us a while to kill him, but that's kind of par for the course, unfortunately. He's doing 10 damage, dude. We got a lot of good cards I'd love to see after the draw here. You know, 15 damage would be nice, but I think we can get a heal hook and keep this going. What did I tell you? Not that we can do much with it after that, but it's the thought that counts or something. All right, good, good, not so good. This deck runs out of gas right now. We need more draw, I think. It's very, by the way, like, I feel like it's kind of mature of me to say that. There's no real reason to hit you here, so I think we just... Because it's just going to go off your block anyway. Normally, I don't look to draw as a problem. This is a rare exception where I'm looking at this and I'm like, dude, we're not drawing enough cards. All the fights are long, which seems bad, but we're not really taking that much damage, so I'm actually pretty fond of it. I just, we need a little bit more gas because the bosses are going to destroy us, dude. But this fight went pretty well. Tactical. Some decks would be nice, too. Like, if we can get a footwork. Yeah, I think we prefer this. Thank you for not being combat. Upgrade all strikes and defends for sure there. Blood Vial is fine. I don't know how to feel about this fight right now. I do know you should get malaised. And you gotta die. I would love to malaise you on this turn. But that's a big ask. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. You gotta go too. Man, such a bummer. If I malaise you for 3, well, for 2, but +1, you will you'll do 9 damage instead of 18. I actually think, you'll do 6 damage instead of 18 because of the weakness. Even better. I think that's way smarter than playing the leg sweep. 6 damage is very little. Nothing to worry about. I know he's already weak, but I'd really like to kill the Shield Lord, so I'm going to start like this. And sadly, happy to have Tactician, no reason for it to be there. I mean, Riddle with Holes is okay, but it's only 1 more damage than Skewer. And actually, I think the strikes are a better value. 2 for 18 instead of 2 for 15. So I think we'll do yeah. Now that the strikes and defense are upgraded, feeling a little bit better about it. You're doing 18 damage again. Your strength has gone up. I hate it. Obviously, you'll dump that. You gotta go. Well, just taking a little bit of damage, but again, we suffer continually from our inability to essentially output enough damage to kill the enemies as quickly as they can get damage in on us. So this fight, you know, the fact that this guy gets stronger is the real problem. And more enemies does not help the cause, to be frank. Keep him weak. That's what scares me. Let's keep you weak as well. I don't know if we're gonna die on this fight, but it looks bad. Yeah, like that's real nasty. Well, might as well not waste our attacks on the shield, I think, but feeling a lot less confident about this moving forward. Nobody's weak after all this. I'm taking a chance. That's humorous. Well, I think we just do this. Okay, we're back on... I wouldn't call it a level playing field, unfortunately, but At least we know what's up. It's just us and this guy. Oh, and his 2 closest friends. This is probably the end of this, unfortunately. I don't know if I see a way through it. You can crunch the numbers for yourself. I don't know. I don't feel that bad about this one. Like, felt like we just kind of got ground down, but we had something relatively decent going on. The slump continues, but all I can say, you know, you have my word. We're going to keep this train rolling. Try new things, you know, tweet me your suggestions. I know we're going to get there one day. It won't be today, but maybe tomorrow. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. See you.